Oh, Jojo's correct. Let the fires of industry burn. Right. So. Weird weekend. Fun weekend. Kind of. I didn't get much writing done, though. Like, I maybe got like a few paragraphs. I don't know. Like I said, this is such a heavy rewrite thing, and trying to refocus on the commander. Like, and I need to put in more parts. There's another part that's coming that'll end out the chapter, which is when Everglade's investigation uncovers John Wolfwood. Remember, that was Jonathan Olfither's, like, his alias that he used instead. They uncover that that's the name. And they start going around and figuring out, like, what other businesses are tied to John Wolfwood within the La Pradia area. So, they're getting closer, and it also, as the NDA, it gives them a target to go after, too. Oh, my goodness. Whoop. All right. So, one thing I was thinking about on our planet craftering is I need to remake our stuff. Well, first off, I need to get rid of this kind of stuff. This stuff is just wasteful, right? That gives so little energy that there's no point of having that ever. Where's my alumni? Okay. Oh no, I don't have any alumni on me. I also need to redo this up top because we're gonna need a quad room. Don't I have it unlocked? I swear I had the big room unlocked. Weird. Weird. I swear I had the big one unlocked. I feel like I do. Where is it? Huh. Yeah. What I need to do... Oh, it's a microchip blueprint. Oh. That's right. Oh, that's right. Let's go check in here, too. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to flip. Perfect ore extractor is perfect. What we're gonna do is we need to flip some stuff. I need osmium. Ooh. Basically, I kind of want to move like the base out here, where we have a bit more room. Just basically, whatchamacallit, make the base more efficient for what we've got, right? So that'll be a goal for later. Because obviously we're pretty cramped in here. Right? But I mean, that's the way it's going to be at the start. You're going to be cramped in. Okay. So now I also need to investigate. What way do we want to investigate? That's not going to be ready for a while because that's ice that needs to melt. What was over that way? I've been working on the working on a different thing on the moon. The moon goes really fast once you they have a lot of like bases to raid, and you get tons of microchips Like, you get, like, once you raid the one base, you can get, like, what was it, like, 12 microchips in one base? Like, Jesus Christ. Okay. Like, alright, yeah, sure. Sure. I'll take it. I ain't gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Lermas are useful now because of the grass spreaders. Oh yeah, there was that one cave we need to check as well. Where was that cave? It was way off in the distance. I think it was over by the lava fall. Because we need to find our super cave, where we're gonna mine our super alloys, and basically we just need to find a bunch of caves to find the specialty alloys we need. This is a ice melt, okay. I feel like that model didn't match up to the terrain. That's okay. I still need the tier 2 deconstruction chip. Okay. Welcome, Grannis. Welcome. So, other interesting news, or interesting things that happened. Okay, so this is Aluminum Valley. We watched the movie Thamma. Thamma. Now, oh hey, blueprint, nice. Now again, definitely not for everyone. It is one of those movies where you 1000% would never mistake it for, you would never mistake any other country for having made it. It is Indian all the way through, right? And I don't just mean in the lore and everything like that, because, you know, anything could have made a Batal or a Badea, right? Oh, I enjoyed it quite a lot. The musical numbers, again, this is what I mean by it's very Indian all the way through, where India is obsessed with, like, music videos mid-movie. No, it was actually very tame by Bollywood standards, except it had the music video stuff, right? Where suddenly you'd be in the middle of a music video in the middle of the movie, but it was also still explaining, like, story beats in the movie. And that's a very, very Indian methodology of storytelling. And I know Jack didn't like the music. It drove him crazy. Not really excessive special effects either. No. They were, again, it was very tame. It was very tame by Bollywood standards. There was no, like, you know, absurdist dude flexes his pecs and takes out 15 helicopters sort of thing. There wasn't anything like that. And I actually thought the comedy was right on my wavelength. That was the biggest and funniest bit, was that the comedy was, like, perfectly aligned to what I find funny. There were way too many moments of me going like just dying laughing. Calbeck as well. I'm just fucking losing it, because the beats and the pacing of the comedy were fantastic. And remember, it's a horror comedy. The father and the mother and the father were incredible. Like, they were both so precious. Like, give us more of those too, because they are they're stinking precious beyond belief. That's not my son. What? That's not my son. Well, they say blood recognizes blood, but apparently my own father can't do that. He thinks it's some scam artist that's coming to take advantage of them, like, as their son is dead. Oh, and what did he say? It was there was a line that is said in Hindi, because they switch between Hindi and English all the time, like, especially the God hand was fucking hilarious. But there's a line where I was like, this is why people don't think that this is a serious language. Because it sounds like what you would do if you wanted to make fun of another language, right? So he goes like hashtag, and it's like, oh, cringe. He's doing the hashtags, things like that. But he's a modern Indian, right? So they're all tuned in on social medias and up your riz, bro. And he's like, the actual translation is like going to going on an adventure in the jungle. Okay? This is what the actual translation is like, going on an adventure in the jungle. And when he looks at his friends, he goes, hashtag Mumbo de Jumbo. Mumbo de Jumbo. It's like, what? That sounds like what you would say someone, like if you were making fun of somebody else's language, to be like, it's nothing but gobbledygook. Mumbo de Jumbo. Hashtag Mumbo de Jumbo. Jungle Boys for life. It was just, oh my god. And then again, we all heard something slightly different, but we were all like, did he just, like, it literally does sound like you're doing baby babble. Like your language is so unserious that this is your actual words. Oh god. And like I said, the comedy was just great. I loved that the father was trying to, like, when you were young, we had a pet dog. What was his name? Muti. And he was like, okay, well, anyone could have figured that out. And he just keeps grilling him for information. Eventually he's like, you have a mole on your butt cheek. And so he doesn't even hesitate. He just bends over and flashes his own father. And he's like, oh, pull your pants up. I wanted to see the mole, not your bunghole. And he goes, are you convinced yet? Otherwise, I can go share the screenshots of your internet search history with Mom. And he's like, my son is home! I'm like, oh my god. My son is back! Oh, my son is home! Oh god. Like I said, God Hand was great. Apparently, so here's the other bit I didn't realize. We came into this movie, and it is the fifth movie. It is the fifth movie in a 12-movie series. I had no idea we were jumping into the middle. I had no concept of just how many movies are in this cinematic universe. But it was fantastic. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Even the like music video stuff like that, the usual Indian Bollywood stuff. that didn't bother me. Like, when they were doing the singing stuff like that, I was just like, okay, you know, just a chance for me to get up and like stretch and stuff like that. You know, relax. It's kind of like an intermission. This is the way I treated the music videos. And again, they don't just suddenly like. It's not just suddenly like the thing entirely changes and you different cameras, stuff like that. No. It's all the same cinematography. It's just now they're shooting a music video. You know, and that's just how Indian movie industry works. That's just what they do. We interrupt this program for a music video that also explains more of the plot. Because it's very close to, like, you know, the whole mantras and chanting and things like that, which are very big in Hindu, like, mythology and religions. Interrupt this program to bring you the Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show. Damn, I've been baited. Get me out of here. Like I said, if you're not used to Bollywood, it is very, very jarring. It is very jarring to have them. But again, I don't mind like Bollywood when it does stuff like that. Oh wow, one of the only drones that doesn't have a storage space. Wow, you suck. Oh, that has a lot of storage. Nope. Alright, I need to build a shelter real quick. Is it an icy valley? Yeah, it is. Shit. Oh, osmium cave right here. Alright, osmium cave. I'm gonna build this next to the osmium cave. We're getting there. We're getting there. Because again, like I said, I didn't know this was the 5th movie. I didn't know that the other werewolf movie is actually related. So we're going to watch what is technically the 2nd movie in the... What do you even call that? 12 movie, like, epic, I guess. I don't know a better term for it. In this 12 movie cinematic universe, and we're gonna watch the Badea movie this Saturday, which is the werewolf movie. And again, based on their culture, so what we follow in this movie in Thamma, we're following what are known as the Batal. You can think of them as vampires, but they're not vampires, right? They drink blood, and they can turn people into themselves. So it has some beats of what vampirism actually is, except they have a lot of, like, oddities to them because they're a Hindu thing. Like, they can't lie. If they lie, it reveals on their face who they are. So if they're like, you know, is the sky blue? And they say no. then suddenly their fangs will pop out and their eyes will turn red and they'll go, because they lied. They were made by the goddess in order to destroy the demons. The demons spread through blood. And the Batal are specifically designed to consume the blood and destroy it. So they can consume the blood of the demons and destroy it. If you spill the blood of demons, the drop demon blood will turn into another demon. So you'll actually multiply the Hydra problem. Which is why the goddess made them, right? Is this the fabled scam calling race? And, like, what it gets interesting about it is that all of the another thing, the laugh. Oh my god, the laugh. Apparently, this is the equivalent of Japanese vampires have to hop around. Or it was Japanese or Chinese vampires, where they have to hop. They can't walk or run. They literally go hop, 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 hop. It's the equivalent of that. It's so goofy that it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. It's their laugh. When she scares the shit out of our main character, Alok, she grabs his ankle as she's hiding under the bed like a literal monster under the bed. She grabs and then she starts laughing and she's like, and he's like, what was that? He's like, that's just how I laugh. Which apparently is a thing for all Batal. All Batal laugh like that. They can't. It's part of being Batal. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck? It sounds like a fucking chipmunk on helium. Oh. Dude. Oh my god. Just that laugh she grabs. I wonder if I can play that for you. It really is like, I just love that the main character even calls. I was like, what the fuck is that laugh? There it is, big living compartment. It's like that's just how I laugh. That's just how I do it. Yeah, see, I need super alloy. We find super alloy, we can build everything. And we want to do big living compartments as our big building blocks for our base. I didn't appreciate that you're making fun of my laugh. Okay, we need to obviously move our seeds out to a different thing. I need to get a fuck ton of iron too. Oh, that's right, those cubes. I don't know if we have any more cubes left though that we can use. Turn into cobalt. So we got plenty of cobalt. Good God, I can make oxygen tanks for days. How many titties? Oh my god, I need titanium real bad too. All right, let's move our base. You know, this is a little more flat of an area. This is a little more space. I think we're going to move our base over here. I don't like when it's flying over stuff. So, like, if it hovers like this, I don't like that, right? It's just personal feeling for me. I want to feel like it's actually, you know, part of the environment. Oh. Oh, I forgot that the tilting thing does this. And not actually, like, changing the direction it's in. These are hard snapped in. I forgot. You know, I think like this would be good. Let's use that coral here to our advantage. Right here, and then we can build off this direction as well. I need to start getting harvesting systems up and running. I wonder if I started harvesting here, what would I get? I know we have some osmium. I need to get more. Anyways. So, the humor I liked in Thamma a lot. I liked the oddities of what the vampires were. I like that there's a reason for them to exist. And what's interesting is that all of these, like, different things, they're decent people. There are bad people amongst them. Like the Thamma, he's a bad guy, right? Or the supposed Thamma. Because as it turns out, the real Thamma is supposed to be one of the vampires, one of the Batal that has a heartbeat. Which is something that, you know, the Thamma that they have locked in the cave is essentially like, that's impossible. You know what I mean? That'll never happen. You're waiting for some messiah that'll, you know, never be here. Make some more space beans. I need more growers in general. Okay. Get out of that. Hopefully I get some more like iron and stuff like that. Okay. I need to make with a rod. A super alloy is needed. Titanium. Aluminum. Okay. So I think the best place for us to build is to get back our super alloys, right? So what I'm going to do... Here's what I'm going to do. Get rid of you. We're going to go build over in there, which has a chance of getting those cubes to give us super alloy. I think that's our best course of action. We have osmium in here. A couple osmium. Aluminum and a rod. 9. Okay. On my way, I'm gonna go get some water. Ugh. Oh my goodness sakes. So, one of the things is, in the movie, we get to see, from a different perspective, we get to see the perspective of the werewolf as well in the movie. Not a lot. He's in like the final third of the movie. But his brother shows up to a guy, a guru. I don't know what to call him. Like a spirit monk or something like that, known as the Hand of God. Right? The Hand of God is... I think he's a funny motherfucker. He is also so clearly on Team Wolf, it hurts. It's not in like a... Not in a bad way. I just find it so funny that, like, he hears about all these other problems that people have and stuff, but he's like, when it comes to, like, what do you not, like, first off, his introduction, he has his hand up in his face and his eyes closed, and he's, like, got his hand hovering right in front of his face. He's like, don't worry, my son. The hand of God is with you. It's like, okay. This is an iron location? Really? This is iron? You're kidding. Hold on. If I move it more intently up here, are you still iron? Oh my god, it really is. No, I don't want the uranium. I want the cubes. I need the super alloy. That's what I need. Alright, anyways. So, the brother comes in, he's trying to explain, like, everything that's happened, and he's like, oh, is your brother Badea? And he's like, yes. He goes, oh, good, we need a Badea. Oh, we haven't had a protector of the jungles in a long time. And they're like, well, my brother, he can't change all the way anymore. He got beaten by a monster with the thingy, with their thingy gone. What thingy? Their thingy gone. Oh, I see. How did your brother become Badea? Well, you could... It's a long story, but you could make a movie out of it with a post-credits scene and everything. And I was like, oh god. Fine. So in short, what he needs, his brother needs, in order to repower himself, because he got beaten by a demonic entity, the brother needs to drink the blood of a Batal. And the Godhead says, unfortunately, the Batal are an extinct species. Now, there's a logical reason why he thinks this. The Batal have become more isolated after a crazy riot that, like, killed a shit ton of people. And they showed up basically to punish the ne'er-do-well who was, like, murdering all these people. And then they realized it was just the people themselves. For whatever reason, they all went fucking crazy, and they started just killing each other just for the fuck of it. And that's when they kind of decided that human blood is poisonous, and, you know, they're, like, not gonna deal with humanity ever again. Like I said, it's interesting that they are presented as protectors, right? They weren't presented as, like, the super monsters that are coming to kill everyone. The Thamma, though. The Thamma is presented that way. It's made clear that that's exactly what he wants. Like, he wants to come and eat everyone. That's his entire motivation. The fun of it sounds to me like the end of my shift. Sounds like it's time for me to depart. Good luck, everyone. Excuse me. Oh, I need to make another grower. That's right. Aluminum, iron, and water bottle. Aluminum, iron, and a water bottle's already in my pocket. I'm gonna put beans in this one. Beans. Okay. Yeah, we get into a situation where, like, the moment that he reveals that he's Batal, like, oh my god. The moment he reveals that the God Hand knows he's Batal, he instantaneously turns around to the brother and he's like, he whispers to him, like, that guy is Batal. Have your brother go drink his blood. Have your brother go get him. Have your brother go hunt him. Like, it's not a whole case of, like, he's thinking on it or pondering or anything like that. No, no, no. He's instantaneously, the moment that he realizes this is a Batal, he immediately goes to the brother and he's like, that's your target. It's a miracle. And he and the brother are, like, dancing around, miracle, miracle, miracle. And it sets up why the werewolf wants to get the vampire. But it's also, like, they also, like, why does the werewolf hate me? Like, what did I ever do to him? And it's like, oh, it's not just you. He hates all of us. It's some ancestral thing. We don't know why. I'm like, oh. Okay. Probably because the Batal were making more Batals. And too many of them. And then so probably another god stepped in and was like, okay, that's enough of these blood drinkers. I'm making werewolves that are going to go kick their ass. Hey, I almost want to show you guys the scene. Like, it's funny because they both make fun of the way each other look. Alok calls the werewolf. He's like, okay, wannabe Wolverine. And this immediately makes the werewolf, like, he takes a step back and he's like, look who's talking, discount Dracula. Or did he call him Dracula on a budget? That's a lot here. I know Amazon put up the thing itself, but I feel like that's gonna get claimed, like, instantly. Nope. Here, we'll go here. Yeah, we'll go here. This was Amazon's own post thing. I'm gonna jump into the part where he taunts him. He taunts him real fucking good. He's like, oh yeah, you want it? This is what I mean. This movie is clearly Indian, but it knows how to restrain itself. It doesn't go too overblown, right? It's really loud. Donk. Oh. He's so... I love the fact that the hero, if you know, I wouldn't even call him a hero. I would put hero asterisk, the protagonist of this movie. He is such a doofus. Like, I love that he keeps getting karmically punished in this movie. I genuinely do like that he keeps getting karmically punished in this movie for the things he does. Oh my god. And here, again, he taunted the wolf. He's like, oh, you want some of my blood? So he cuts his own palm, and he's like, here, come and get it. Ooh, Tommy boy, come get it. And you saw Badea got a little bit of it. So Badea looks very like Wolfman-ish right now, because he can't fully transform into apparently either form, because as I found out, this isn't what his other werewolf form looks like. This is after he gets powered up, because, well, he drank Vital blood. Now, to be fair, the song that starts playing, the song that starts playing when Badea is coming to kick his ass, and when it suddenly turns into a total one-sided curb stomp, it is cheesy as fuck. Because the song literally starts with a woo, and the lyrics are, "I'm the wolf, yeah, yeah, I'm the wolf, 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 I'm a wolf." It's like, okay, I get it. It's cheesy, it's corny as fuck. But again, it's I want to see if somebody has it, because it is so, like, it is so cheesy, but it's so, like, it's like, oh my god. It's like, fine, it's funny. Yes, the werewolf looks fantastic in this. Hang on. There we go. Like again, the werewolf model looks fantastic. He is Locke is getting his ass handed to him. Yeah, so literally the song is saying, like, I'm the wolf. I'm the wolf. Literally, that's what the song is just saying over and over again. It is such a one-sided curb stomp. Oh. Oh my god. It is just funny. I find it quite funny. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, so as it turns out that they're setting up for a Badea 2. So there's going to be a second werewolf movie thing. I didn't even, like I said, I had no idea. I had only seen people talking about the werewolf in Thamma was really good. It had a great werewolf design and everything. I was like, okay, we'll watch it. And then I come to find out it's the 5th movie in a 12-movie epic, right? I'm like, well, shit. Let's go watch the first Badea movie. So that's what we're watching this weekend. We're watching the first Badea movie. Like, I'm curious on this whole cinematic universe. I don't think we're gonna watch all of them because I want to get to the other movies, recent movies that had werewolves in it. Because there are a couple of them that actually look interesting. Like, genuinely so. I have them in Werewolf Appreciation on the Discord. But the one for the Beast of Walton Street, you can't see it very clearly, but it looks interesting. And then the one for the Beast Within looks interesting. Obviously, we've already seen Family Pack. It was okay. The heads, the models were alright, but then it very much looked like they just threw a rug on somebody for the rest of it. Thamma's model was incredible. Like, genuinely like the werewolf in it. The werewolf and werewolves was awful. Just awful. Wolfman, I've never liked the Wolfman look. I've always, like, if it's a transitory period towards full on werewolf, I'm fine with it. When it's not, when the Wolfman look is the werewolf look, I hate it. I do not like it. Yeah, no, God Hand was so hardcore on Team Wolf. It was fucking great. It was funny. He goes, how did anyone beat Badea? Badea's so powerful. Which he said in English, by the way. It's so there's just so much in it, the movie. I'm just like, pfft. Is my oxygen spreader not working? Oxygens? I mean, I guess I do need more grass spreaders, don't I? Yeah. I need to get rid of the one plants we have, the normal plants, if I do have any. Oh, hang on, wait, I can check right here. I don't. I need to make more grass spreaders. Because this is our most efficient methodology of getting everything. And we have an easy method of getting water now because of our water collectors. And I'll put these near our new base. We need aluminum. Or Dimitri. Dimitri, did you miss the movie? I don't think you were there, right? Yeah. I only have one Lerma seed. Do I have another? I do. Good. Okay. Wait, how much power do we have? 30. And these use up 13.8. I can put both. And put these over at our new base location. Yeah, no worries. Again, like, not blaming you. Not blaming you or nothing. Not saying like, how dare you miss the movie. Those going, get our oxygen skyrocketing some more, and our grass is growing. Oh, it's still going super slow. Okay. Don't you dare auto translate. It looks like the threat worked. Like, fuck off, seriously. But yeah, so it was just a fun movie all the way through. more of these. We need super alloys, and that's the problem. The problem is I need super alloys. Oh yeah, it was definitely an Indian movie. Like I said here, you would never mistake this as being made by any other country. No way. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was really fun. And I like that our main character, he wasn't like perfect or anything like that. He had all kinds of like, he was genuinely flawed. He was a good person, but he was a bit of a doofus, right? Like I said, taunting the wolf was bad idea. Like, just starting off on the wrong foot of, like, he was so cocky because he was Batal. He's like, oh yeah, I'm super powerful and strong and everything. I'm gonna taunt this guy, not knowing anything about him. And they'd be like, the wolf kept asking, like, I'm asking nicely. Like, give me your blood. And then I love that the police officer, the inspector, who's like the Batal on the outside, trying to make sure that, you know, somebody doesn't leave and fuck things up that if they fuck up the balance and everything. He's like, did he get any of your blood? He says, no, he wouldn't dare. I offered him some, like, and said, here you go, enjoy. So he had a drop, and he's like, huh, why could you bite someone else? And he's like, what? They're like, what's going on? It's like, if a Medea gets a drop of Batal blood, they become 10 times more deadly. And it's just like, well, I didn't know that. And he goes, now the Medea is going to have to, he is going to be compelled to hunt him down and drain him of every ounce of blood he has in his body. Oh. Chip. Oh, hello. Oh, 400%. That'll be useful for later. 400%. I'll take you. Oh, some squash. Some squish. So we can have a little bit more of a varied diet. Oh, another one. Drink the agua. Okay. Nibblies. Yep. Yep. I mean, yeah. Again, it's just what happens. So, what people, from what people are waiting for, because again, there are all the different protagonists from all these different movies and everything. People are hoping is going to happen is that it's going to be one of those epic team-ups, right? Where, because Alec is now the Thamma, and the Medea is after him, and they both need each other's blood now in order to power up. A Thamma needs Medea blood, and a Medea needs Batal blood, and if it gets a Thamma blood, apparently, well, by process of logic, it would be more devastating, right? He'd become even more powerful. So if the two of them power each other up to go fight the demon, you know, interesting things could be happening here. Okay, so can't get over that. I don't have a jetpack. I burn They would burn and die. It's lava. I wonder if that would become a scene where they both bite each other and they're both trying to drain each other as fast as possible and just powering them both up, and it's just like an infinite feedback loop. That could be amusing. Ah, tier 2 destruction, that's right. Bleh. I can't even remember how we unlock the tier 2 destruction chip. Yeah, that sounds Bollywood as fuck. That's why I'm expecting like maybe the Thamma like gets him around the neck, but the Batal like grabs his shoulder or something. He's got his shoulder and his muzzle, and they're both like trying to suck each other dry. They're just like, and all it's doing is just making them both more and more and more powerful. Be like, oh my god, it's fucking, we're going to absurd power levels. That demon isn't gonna stand a chance now. Yeah, the way the Thamma movie ends is it shows the Badea showing up to the Batal's like hidden sanctuary, because obviously the werewolf can track them very well. It's got a snoofter, and it's snoofing things. Yeah, holy shit. It ends with the Badea showing up, and it says just the ominous, the hunt begins. And for the end of the movie, it's just like, the hunt begins. And yeah, they have confirmed Badea 2 is being worked on. I really should get the jetpack, shouldn't I? I can't remember the name of the next movie that's coming out though, but yeah, it's coming out this year. So they're on a tear with these. They've got 5 movies, and it's been like, I don't know when they first started. I want to say like 2019 they first started. Let's go put a door on our new main base. Oh. First, tier 2 jetpack. Okay. What do I need for the jet packs? Oh, I can only make them at the advanced, can't I? Ooh. I don't know if that'll help us in move speed or not. That's what I need for the door, right? Yeah. Actually, maybe I should put a thing on this first. And what if I put like a branch off of it first? Then I can move this stuff. We can save some resources here. Actually, what if this was our entryway? Hold on. Yeah. Take you off. You off. Take you off. Okay. Perfect. Oh. No, I don't think it's gonna be able to fit. Oh. It's scoofed. It's scoofed if we do that. This way? I need to move that a little more. Okay. We're in a decent position, but we're in just enough position to do it. So first, let's put away all our ditties. Put away our silicons. Put away our ironies. Put away our cobalts. Okay. That's good enough, right? Actually, put our seeds. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna need to clean that out. If I could angle... What's funny is if I could angle this, but you can't. You can't, like, turn these block sections. They're hard-coded into certain orientations. It's just brutal. What about over here? What about, yeah, we just do it over here. Do it over here. Now, no matter what, we definitely have room, right? Oh. Fuck. I didn't realize the ground angles up just enough to be annoying. Fuck, man. You know, I don't need tons of flat surfaces, but I hate that it's gonna hover the rest of it. That's what I liked about this spot over here, was that it's relatively flat to everything. That's with my feng shui. That's right. That's right, it's true. There. Okay. Now, get back all the resources we need for that. Oh. Go to the bathroom first. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I can't. I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. I hate it. It was brutal. It was brutal. That shit had hands. That shit had hands. Okay. Alright. 2 titanium, 2 cobalts, aluminum, 3 supers. Oh, I already got an aluminum. It was absolutely a battle of the bowl. Holy shit. That was not fun. Oh, I've learned a seed. Fuck. Go get the seed. Morning, Rappar. We were discussing the Thamma movie for a bit. Beans. Eggplant. Beans! Oh my god, they restore 60. Eggplant only does 25. Wow, get fucking robusted. I wish they did. Yeah. Okay. I'm redesigning the base and putting it in a different spot and everything too. So I'll have to go check if that ore extractor, what it's doing for us. Otherwise, I'll probably just move it over here if it's not getting us what we want. So let's make a door. Oh, what are you doing in there? Get out of there. Get out of there. You silly goobers. Some titties got in the irony vault. Bastard bitches. Yeah. See what's good about the 4x4 room? You don't have all those arches here to block stuff. So, much more efficient usage of space for everything. Oh my god. You can see, again, same amount of space, but you see all the arches and stuff here in the middle of just unusable space we can't do anything with. And that also includes the arches here, right? On the corners. Okay, let's go investigate the our thing, shall we? And hopefully it's giving us some cubes, because we need some cubes. Yeah, Rapar, what did you think of the Thamma movie? Oh, I know you missed most of it. Never mind. I at least showed Rapar the Badea part. Also, apparently, the reason why the mirror worked on him was because in the Badea movie he's much more wolf than like the Batal blood is what makes them. Gives them the hybrid war form, basically. That's way stronger than both of them. It's stronger than the combination of its parts. and that's why he also didn't recognize himself in it, because one, he was in a blood rage, but two, like he didn't recognize what he was. Damn. Especially the kobold. The kobold's a pain in the ass. Okay. There's too many kobolds. There's too many kobolds. They're multiplying too quickly. Kobold's gonna kobold. Yep, they're reproducing too fast. Alright, since that's only giving us the basic materials, I'm gonna put it next to the base. There's no reason to have it otherwise. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah, and again, that's just like that's just an Indian tradition. Like I said, I feel like it goes back to the whole mantras and chanting and stuff like that, right? So they have that as in their stories, how they do their musicals and stuff like that, right? It's just a thing they've carried over into other tangential media. AKA, like, we have it in our musicals, we, like, do lots of song and mantra, stuff like that, in our reading materials and everything. Why not have, for lack of a better term, a music video pop up in the, in an actual story? Yeah, I'll start placing our stuff here. Oh, the irony. Yep. And like I said, this is the having watched a ton of Bollywood movies, this is very tame. What they're doing in what they did in Thamma is super tame. Right? It's 100% a movie that knows restraint. Like I said, you don't have like the absurdity of a dude flexing his pecs and taking out, you know, an entire wing of attack helicopters. You know, you don't have anything like that going on. Let's do our kobolds here. Kobolds. Yeah. And such at the start of the film, but it was made sense in the context of worthless urbanites. Yep. Because the moment that anything went wrong, those two ran off screaming like little girls. They were of no help whatsoever in the situation. And even the main character laments that his friends are lazy and kind of worthless. Like, dude, they're not gonna they're not going to search for me for long before they just give up and declare I'm dead. So, you know, we need to get back to them ASAP. And even though they got back to them relatively in a good time, they were already holding a funeral for him. Like, they already wrote him off as dead. It was too late. Yep, we're past blue skies. We're in liquid water phase now. Which means we're going to start getting lakes. We're getting, like, river beds starting. So you can see on our... here's some of our stuff. You can see we're getting there. Our biomass is going up slowly. Our oxygen is going up slowly. Oxygen is difficult to get up quickly until we start doing the tree planters, stuff like that. The tree spreaders. That's when it goes up. That's when it goes up that fast. Alright. Pull over all the titties. I'm right now moving to a more efficient base. So, we have our entryway here. Through our dome into a super system, which is way more efficient for space and everything. Wondering, you know, we have enough room for this. Should I be that anal retentive? Okay. Magnanimous. Yo. The number go up. Number no allowed to go down. Number go up. Done. I don't have enough room for all the kobolds. Let's do silicon. Oh my god, I don't have enough room for the silicon. Oh yeah. When you're going through all the terraforming stages, oh yeah, it can be incredibly, like, beautiful. That's probably, like, the most interesting thing when you see it from, when you remember from the barren rock that it was, and then you look at it when you get it fully with lakes and forests and things like that. It does look really nice. Oh, that actually works, like, as an interesting seam. Although, that will annoy me logic purposes, but still. A little bit extra space. So they hinge. Alright. Alright. Okay, yeah, no, let's just do the radiate. We'll just keep it the same. Oh, yeah. We're gonna nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Brr. Yeah, the transportation of the kobolds is gonna be interesting. Oops. Silicon. Irony. Oh, actually, I need undo. Uranus. And Uranus spins on its side. Remember the Drenai dance from Burning Crusade? Music video by singer Mendy. Great song and video, actually. Oh, that's going to be a lot more of a transportation deal than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Oh, same with Magnanimous. Nice. Oh, no, I need to make a nice, then. Yeah. I need to make a nice chest. Nice. I wish I could put like a whole saying there, because I would change iridium to I really dumb. Alright. Boom! Time to start transporting the kobolds. So many kobolds. Yep. Oh, yeah. Sticks his head out. One breaks the air seal over there. And you shove his head back in like, no! Stay in there. Hold on. Damn it. Damn it. We're almost there. Just hold on. Look what I can do. Explode, son. Okay. Boom. Whee! Oh! That reminds me. One of the cults I'm going to add in, because cults don't just form on bad things, right? You're going to have cults that form around mundane phenomena. So naturally, what cult do you think would form? What are some of the cults you think would form in my universe? There's going to be moon cultists. Of course there'll be moon cultists. Why wouldn't there be? There were people that were obsessed with the moon in our world. You're gonna tell me that in an actual universe where the moon isn't as a actual entity, Mani is not gonna have cultists? And again, it'll be fitting because they'll be disparaged as lunatics. Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be a sun cult as well. But moon cultists are yes, 100% intentional, callback. Moon cultists are wild because they will actually, like, their methodology and function changes with the phase of the moon. They become a lot more bold during the full moons. They're very, very secretive in the new moons. Like, again, depending on the phase is what does it. And originally, back in the early days of Rosentia, there were sanatoriums, asylums, stuff like that. And I made it no secret that they're still asylums. It's just that they're a little more ethically run. But in the old days, they would do like experiments. They would intentionally like put them to sleep, try to deprive them from knowing what day it was, and stuff like that. And they were trying to observe. They were trying to break basically the mental, like, gymnastics. They were basically trying to break the mental conditioning. The whole, like, well, if they don't know what phase of the moon it is, we can be like, well, you can't be that connected to the moon, or the moon can't speak to you, or anything like that, because you have no concept of what day it is. You know, you have no concept of what phase of the moon it is. And for some cultists, it worked, because they were lower-ranking stuff. When the doctors got a, like a high priest of the cult, that's when the shit got really weird, right? Do your sun cults look for their gods underground? No. No. But that's the essential thing, right? Like, the people running the asylums are, at the end of the day, scientists. Like, they are trying to help people, and they're trying to break what they believe is mental delusions. Because in their rational mind, the moon is not a living entity. You know what I mean? The moon is not a silver dragoness in the sky. That's just silly talk, right? Not knowing that is 100% true. The moon is actually the silver dragoness named Mani. And so when it starts with a whole like breakdown of this asylum where they manage to get one of these like high priests in, and they try everything. They put him in like a padded room to try to confuse him on the days and everything like that. They constantly like gaslight him on what day it is. They have different routines so that they're trying like basically to confuse his sense of time and place. Because they want to prove then, like, if he doesn't know the phases of the moon, like, what phase of the moon it is, like, how can you be high priest? How can you say that the moon talks to you in particular, as opposed to all the others, right? I need to make 2 miscellaneous chests. But what they end up observing instead is that he is able to track the moon, even in the padded cell. They notice that all throughout the night, he knows exactly when the moon rises. He knows exactly where the moon is at all times. Like, he's able to just uncannily track it at all times, right? There's no, he doesn't have like a hesitation, or he doesn't have like he needs to check his spacing or anything like that. No, none of that happens. He knows where the moon is at all times. So already, that's weird. You know, again, he's in a padded cell, he shouldn't know anything, but we're noting that he's actually like following the orbit of the moon all throughout. Like, no hesitation whatsoever. He is genuinely following it. I did call it missiles in the other one. I guess we can call it here now. I'll prove it too. Missile 1. Missile 2. Yeah, here, I'll show you. I literally called it that in the other one. Play. Load. Ah! I'm in a lake! Ah! I'm in a lake! Okay. Whee! Yeah, look at how I did this. Like, I think this is neat, right? Just visual aesthetic-wise, right? Like, these don't really help us that much. But, you know, it just looks nice. Anyways. These are the super storage tanks. These are the... Look how much storage. These are the super storage tanks. Here it is. Missiles. Missiles. Literally miscellaneous. My missiles. once we get storage like this, then we can properly do like the kobolds and everything. You ever play a game regardless of your favorite critic said it's bad and ended up being surprised that it's quite the opposite? I mean, it happens. What you want to do is, what I liked more, and it's not really a thing these days, but back in the day with stuff like Electronic Gaming Monthly magazines, they had it where they had multiple writers, and they had their own, like, this is the guy that is super big into this guy here, he's super big into RTSs. This guy is super big into MMOs. This guy is super big into, you know, like racing games. And so you would kind of follow that individual reviewer because it's like, hey, his tastes are more in line with what my tastes are, right? That's what you would do. Have I ever had a creator, a critic? I enjoyed Yahtzee Crenshaw's style, but he was a really bad critic. Shockingly, like very, very bad. Got a lot of things wrong. And I was watching him for the entertainment value, but I was realizing that people were using him as a critical source of information quite heavily. And it's stuff like in claiming that Starbound is like, why would you ever leave the planet if you have infinite generation on the planet? It's like, you don't. You don't have infinite generation. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, Total Biscuit, amazing critic and a great consumer advocate. Like, heavily so. The thing I hate was how he got slandered so heavily after he could no longer defend himself, right? Like, they said, his wife came out and it basically, like, said, oh yeah, and he hit me because I dared, to vote Trump, or whatever. And it's like, what? Like, that just doesn't sound like Total Biscuit at all. You know? It's like, and I know there are people who are like, oh, but people can be different in their personal lives versus their professional lives. Like, that just doesn't sound like him, you know? Again, the whole, like, this is after he's dead and can't defend himself, you know? So I always be like, I'm sorry, I need some actual proof. I can't just say, oh yeah, no, and I kept silent about it because I was scared of him. It's like, that's not proof. I'm sorry. You need actual proof. Do you have video of him doing it? Do you have, like, a medical exam of it happening? Do you have a police report? Do you have anything? Oh no, I don't have anything like that. Well, then fuck off. Again, it's so much, it screams so much to me of their attention seeking, and they're standing on the grave of a dead man who can't defend himself. Yep, and it was part of the Me Too movement. Yeah, it was a big deal for a while, Rapar. It was fucking awful. Because they wanted to tear Total Biscuit down because he was, even though he's dead, he made all of the video game journalists we do have look terrible, right? Because they're just jackasses. That's all there is to it. They're just terrible people. What's your actual opinion on anti-woke people calling Half-Life 2 woke because it has black people? No, that's some bullshit. Okay, I'm getting into the whole thing. I'm very anti-woke. I hate that shit. You're getting into the stuff like Candace Owens territory, where Candace Owens was never right-leaning, ever. What most people don't remember is that Candace Owens ran a website specifically to target, harass, and out right-wing people. basically trying to get them killed. She's the one that operated that website. She owned that website. They would dox them and try to get them attacked and targeted and everything. This is well known. Kobolds too. It's the whole thing of them, but then it's like, oh, well, she's rightoid. It's like, no, she's not. She's a literal plant. It's the same thing with the whole anti-woke thing. Is stuff like, what is it? Synthetic Man. He goes, I feel he is so over the top. It feels like, no, you are a plant. You are there specifically to try to discredit things, right? You aren't a genuine, like, you aren't being genuine. Yeah, exactly. But I'll always be anti-woke because, you know, I have a brain. Right? If you have a functioning brain, you should be anti-woke. Because what is wokeism in general? It is the complete alienation and abandonment of critical and rational thought. It is pushing for racist stereotypes and caricatures. It is dehumanizing on a deeply systemic level. You'll never find a good person that's woke, ever. Never, ever. It's impossible. You can't hold that mentality and be a good person at the same time. It's the way I've often said that if you need to declare yourself as a good person, you aren't one. If you need to prove the rightness of your character, you're not a right person. You're not a good person. It's a thing that you inherently feel. It's intrinsic to you. What am I going to do about it? I don't give them any time of day. I mock them. That's what I do. What are you going to do about all the trannies, the mentally ill pedophiles? Huh? The school shooters. Like, this is the absurd situation of, like, extremisms. You know, like, oh, well, how are you going to gate? It's like, we gatekeep them. We don't talk about Candace Owens. We make fun of her. She's a dumb bitch. She's always been a dumb bitch. It's like the moment that Tucker Carlson started sucking off Muslim cock, we started making fun of him, too, because he's a piece of shit. He was bought and sold. And like a good little whore, he dances to the tune of the, maybe we should molest children because the Muslims say it's a good thing. Yeah. So fuck Tucker, too. Yeah. When are you going to hold accountability for anything the woke does, then? That's the same, literally the same exact argument you're asking. I know that mentality doesn't work on leftists. They literally don't have a functioning fucking brain. That was the best part. Oh my god. Do you remember all of those science studies that were trying to prove that people that are right-wing are, like, diseased? And they would do stuff like, well, when we injected these drugs into the brain of a conservative, they became more liberal-leaning. And it's like, so you're saying me, when you're telling us what you proved in your scientific experiment to get rid of the evil right-wingers, is that to become more liberal is to be more mentally fucked and retarded. You need to actually damage yourself, hurt yourself, like, fuck up your brain in order to think the way that you do. Wow. Man, you showed us. Let me tell you. Boy howdy, is there egg on my face. I guess I always just assumed that having a functional brain was a good thing. Being able to think critically and rationally is a good thing, and it always will be. of our data systems over. Yeah. It's the whole thing of like, can you get extremists on the right as well? Yeah, but we haven't really seen them. That's the thing. It's like you get the caricatures and you're like, you're not a real person. Like, no, you're not actually fucking serious. Do it like, we'll do it off to the sides a little bit. And then do progress? Yep, okay, cool. Blueprints. Quick. Power. On. Mapping. On. Messaging. On. Okay. And again, it's this whole like embarrassing thing where they always have to try like what did they do with the Trump assassin? They tried to say that he was a Republican. What did they try to do with the second one? They tried to say he was a Republican. What did they try to do with the third one? Oh, he was they were definitely Republicans, not that they were Iranians. Like they always do this where they have to try to distance themselves because to be a leftist is to have collectivist thoughts. Right? Which, trust me, it's hard not to have collectivist thoughts about leftists when this is their, like, what they advocate for all the time. You know? When they advocate for all this violence and bloodshed, and they're, you know, there are no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's how you know they are a diseased thing. They are mentally unfit to continue existence. If you ever have that thought that, like, no, every tactic is viable, you only have to pick your targets carefully, no. You are the villain. You are the problem. No one, and I do mean no one in history has ever had that mentality and been, like, the good guys. Ever. Yep. Granted, I'm much more on the extreme side where I even want Islam to be declared as a pedophilic death cult. It is not a religion. It has never been a religion. It has been one of the most embarrassing, like, thing. If you actually read the Quran, it is one of the most embarrassingly, like, kindergarten logic things you've ever done, because remember, their big prophet, he couldn't read or write, and he liked kids way too much. What do you mean such the cannibals only skinned the bad people? Oh my god. Yeah. It's just it's a very flawed mindset, right? The ones that, like I said, if you have to do the whole like, well, I know I'm a good person because of X, Y, and Z, you're not. Right? A good person knows they're a good person. Not only possessed by demons, but that he constantly, like, cavorted with them. It's one of those things like, like, are you sure that's what you want in your holy figure? Oh, and Calbec, they always leave out stuff like the Battle of Athens, right? Because there's no excuse for it. They have to. They literally have to leave out those kind of things. Because it makes them look really fucking bad. Okay, I need... Well, first off, dump off all the kobolds. Kobold pen number 2. But now I need to make this. We need 3 aluminums, a titanium, magnesium, silicon. Okay. Now we're going to put it at the back. This. A little more efficient use of space. Drink my agua. Okay. Now, Yep, and when it comes to deaths, we're talking fewer per year than lightning strikes. Again, this is the whole thing of like, okay, you want to count deaths? All right, we're gonna start counting all the school shooters as leftists because they are. Every single one of them. It's that whole like there was a retard. I remember way back when we were on the Saints Row remake, which is a god awful. Like I am so glad that now everybody has finally come around to agree that, yeah, the Saints Row remake is dog shit. But for a long while there were so many defenders of it, it was insane, right? There were so many defenders of the Saints Row remake, and then finally now it's, like, oh no, everybody knows the Saints Row remake was terrible. What are you talking about? Because it destroyed the studio, right? So now they had no copium to continue the pretense that they had before. Oh, it sold millions of copies. Like, no, it didn't. The studio got destroyed from it. Oh, it sold real great, right? Okay. Right, we need to... We need both of these biodomes, by the way. Because, again, this one is the one that generates tree bark. So, we need the first biodome, the second biodome, and then we need the later additions, too. Which you can see here. Boop. See? Like the butterfly dome. We need it. We want it, precious. Oh, Tier 5 backpack. Oh! Tier 5 backpack. Oh, I need to go up to the Tier 4 backpack first. I need to find a super alloy cave. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. It's like they are infamously violent. Oh, Dolomite comes here. Really? Ew. That's not what I want. You don't want the Dolomite. Dolomite, gross. Put the titties up. Put the titties up. You got a license for that, Calbeck? You got a license for that tax? Oh my god. Oh. Like, and they always like talk about how, like I said, if you have to talk about how you're such a morally upstanding person, you're not one. Right? Because if you need to be performative in the rightness of your cause, you are not, like, you're not a good person. Being good comes naturally to the good. It's not something that you need to practice at. It's not something you need acknowledgement for. It's the, like, here, you dropped your wallet, and you hand it to somebody, and you walk away. Right? No, I know. I figured. I figured it's some burner account or sock puppet, but still. At least it causes for good conversation, right? Okay. Oh, wait, whoops, wrong corner. I put it in the wrong corner. I want to put it over here, closer to the things. I don't know why I was thinking cornered it. No, we want to do it over here. Because I want to branch off here with the other biodomes. Put it like right here. There we go. This is called Planet Crafter. And, like, name on the tin, you craft planets. We are a prisoner, I believe. I don't know if that's still the lore on this world, but I believe we're a prisoner that is sent here essentially on a, like, you know, succeed or die situation. Yep. I always put the game title, I always put the name of the game inside the stream titles, always. Here we go. I never did investigate this area. Today's the moon landing. I had no idea we were doing a moon landing. Ooh. I have to go check it out. Or do you mean the anniversary of the moon landings? Oh, 400%, 400%! Oh, the anniversary, okay. Well, I was gonna say, like, are we really going back? Because that'd be awesome. Mushrooms. I got the shroom seeds. Oh, wow. Dude. I almost want to build the base in here. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Oh, yes, more uranite. We need this stuff. Please, please, more. More uranite. More uranite. Yes! No, my inventory's full! Oh my god, my oxygen is almost not. Take another uranite with us. Let's go. We'll build the better thing now. The better ore crusher. It does make, like I said, it does make you want to go over there and actually build a base. It makes me wonder what's in that. I guess I should. I don't really like looking up. I kind of want to figure it out, but I almost feel like I should look up where the super alloy cave is. Or, barring that, at least where the uranium weird thing is. This stuff. Uraninite. God, Lord, that's way harder to say than I thought it would be. Good God. Look at that. Look how many 400%ers we have. Woo! Okay. Oh, map rocket. Now we get GPS. Uraninite. Okay, now, iridium. Okay. We need, so the tier. Let's crush over. 125 energy needed. Jeebus. Okay. So I need a lot more nuclear power stations. See, these give 86. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these down. I'm going to move them over towards our power station area. Break them down one at a time because we don't have enough to support the base if I break down all of them at once. One at a time, move them over here. Space so you could comfortably work on them. Again, because I get weirdly OCD about weird things. It's why all my solar panels are separated out, even though you could literally put them right next to each other. It doesn't affect their efficiency whatsoever, which is not true in the real world. I can't help it. Oh, you got auto-translated, Sir Reginald. Get auto-translated, nerd. Wonder what did you say instead? Uraninite is Uraninite Uraninite is what he put originally, and it went to urinating as the auto-translate. Get urined, bitch. Okay, I need another nuclear reactor. So, put you stuff in here for now. We're off on an adventure to go get us some loot. Why did I pick that up? I have so many iron on me. Like, the last thing I needed to pick up. Ah, yes, more iron to weigh me down. Weight doesn't matter in this game, but still. Ah, yes, man-made horrors entirely within my comprehension. Oh my god. I do love that as like the counter. I'm like, I don't get it. Me staring at the unfathomable horrors. I don't get it. It's like, what do you mean? You should be terrified. It's like, no, I don't fathom them. What are they? You should never call them the unfathomable horrors. You cannot comprehend the terror that they bring. Okay, so I'm not afraid then. What? What do you mean you're not afraid? They're unimaginable terrors. Of course you're afraid. No, they're unimaginable. Also, I've seen it a lot in Japanese media lately. Mermaids grant eternal youth, apparently. Like, if you eat a mermaid, you gain like eternal youth as a human. And I thought like, oh, that was just this one setting that had that as a thing. No, apparently there are so many Japanese settings where that's a thing. I'm just like, really? Because I'd never heard of it before. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. I had only seen it in, what was it? Was it Netsuko's? Book of Friends? And then I saw it, I can't remember what then I saw it in. I think it was, there was an anime where it was, they had like a spirit inn. Like, she got taken to the other side, and she was helping to run a tavern or an inn on that side for all the different spirits. No, not yet. But she's betrothed to the Oni. No, not Spirited Away. It's not Spirited Away. She's like betrothed to an Oni lord. I wish I could remember what it was. I really do. Oh, I was watching, speaking of anime, I was watching Iron Walk Jan. Sorry. And, yeah, it's interesting. It's like the original Japanese food battler. It was a manga that was made in the 70s, and it was highly beloved, but nobody wanted to risk making a anime about it. But now, no, they're doing it. They're literally doing it. And boy, oh boy, the grandfather is definitely old, traditional Japanese tutor. Holy shit. John makes one mistake, and the grandfather literally shoves him against the steaming trays and is burning him. And so he's holding him there while the kid is screaming and stuff like that about how hot it is and it hurts. And he's holding him there and he's like, "How long are you going to leave them in the steaming trays for, you idiot?" It's like, oh, damn. Old school Japanese mentorship. Exceptional violence. Back. Okay. Dude, it's wild. The torments he gets put through. Wild. Oh, I can't make it because I need to make more of these. Okay. Alright, hold on, no. We'll do this proper. Move this over here. Put those in. Okay. Now I need to... Whoop. Any titties? We have a couple titties. Any silicons? We have some silicons. We have a little bit of magnanimous. And then, of course, we have our kobolds. Hey, kobolds. And then, like, the most recent episode, his grandfather is, like, explaining that cooking should be akin to magic. Like, you need to have sorcery. You go above and beyond what anyone expects. That is the way, the Akiyama way of cooking. And so he makes a dish, and he says, "There, delicious, isn't it?" And the grandson says, "No." And this pisses him off so much he starts beating him. He's like, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Telling me no, it isn't delicious." He's like, listen, it's the salt content. He's like, making more lies now, getting bold, aren't you? So he sends him to bed. He's not allowed to have any food. And then the grandfather's like, telling me I don't know the salt content. He goes over, he grabs a handful of salt and shoves it in his mouth, and then freezes. Because he can't taste salt. He literally can't taste salt anymore. He's like, well, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. The little shit was right. So the next day, he sends him, he's like, here's my stuff to go get my medicine and everything, because the grandfather's suffering from cancer. He's going to go get my cancer meds and stuff like that, the painkillers and everything. And he's like, there's a little bit extra in there for, and I can't even remember what he has it for, right? He tells him to go, like, just go to the doctor and get my fucking shit, right? Now. I want it now. Home. Color. Green. Home. When he goes to go to the doctor's like, hey, we can't fill out this prescription. We already filled it out, like, not even a couple days ago. So, you know, he's fine with it. And there's also some things we're not allowed to give to anyone but the patient themselves because they are hardcore narcotics. Like, we're talking the premium fucking painkillers and shit like that. Not allowed to give that out. And this makes Jan like, why is he And the lady's like, also, there's not money here to pay for the thing. There's a shit ton of cash in this envelope. And Jan realizes in horror that there's also a note that says, if a cook ever loses their sense of taste, the only thing they're good for now is to die. And he goes hauling ass out of the pharmacy. He is running as fast as he can to get back home. Meanwhile, flip back to the grandfather, who kicks over a can of gasoline and then lights the lighter and literally kneels down in a Buddhist position and burns himself to death in his home. Fuck. Holy shit, Grandpa was hardcore. And the note said, Jan, go and work at this one Chinese restaurant. But don't just work there. I want you to destroy the owner. I want you to prove that the Akiyama methodology of cooking food is superior in all aspects. And before the grandfather kicked the bucket, he called that restaurant and is like, motherfucker, my grandson is coming to destroy you. And if you're not a coward, you will hire him on the spot. It's like, holy shit. That's the big problem. Because he can't taste salt, he has no concept of how much salt is too much in any dish now. That's his whole thing. Like, he has literally had his entire identity taken away from him, right? He's literally had his entire identity taken away from him. I have reached the end of my functional utility. Hand me my sword, boy. Exactly. That is 100% what it was. 100%. By the way, if you think I'm kidding, hold on. I ain't joking about this. Holy shit. Hang on. I'm gonna have to mute it and everything. Whoop. 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 Hold on. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Like, chef with a failed tongue can only die. Whoosh. Like, okay. Okay, Grandpa. Bye-bye, Grandpa. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I forgot. And his last dying words, he calls out the owner of that Chinese restaurant. Mutsuju, I'll be waiting on the other side. I'll be waiting on the other side, motherfucker. Yep. I'm gonna shoot myself and make you watch. I know that's not the landlord, but that's what I always remember the most. That's one of those, like, oh my god, hardcore moments. And if I don't feel better, I'm gonna shoot myself and I'm gonna make you watch. 6, 8. I think 8, and then a aluminum. I think. I think this is the one where was the weird recipe. Nope. It's not. Oh, that must be osmium. Osmium must need aluminum. Okay. There was one of these rod recipes where it required 8 of the things and then 1 aluminum. Wait, I can manufacture super alloys. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could manufacture super alloys. That's actually incredibly fucking convenient. I'm sitting here doing the hard mode. Enough room to actually get down and work. Okay. Again, we need to keep going. I need more. Bigger. 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 Don't stop. Bigger. They've got to be even bigger. Careful what you wish for. Okay. And now, I just need one of these to pump out a super alloy. I guess I can manufacture one too, but yeah, let's just manufacture one. So, iron, cobalt, magnesium, silicon, titanium, aluminum. Right. 10. 10. Okay. I gotta put all this stuff up. Irony is still full. Not good. Oh, dude. Yeah, JonTron is another one of those ones where they need to destroy him because of everything he represents. He is very conservative. So he must be destroyed. He's the enemy, right? Okay. Oh! Okay, I guess we find those eggs and we can get a bunch of crystals. Cool. Number of items extracted, 5. Okay. 5. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6. And I'll throw the bauxite in there as well, too. Might as well. Begin crusher rings. Oh no! Incoming! Yeah, now I can make more living space. We're being bombarded with meteors. Oh, it's all basic materials. There are some storms you can get where you get a massive amount of super alloys. Like it just poops out super alloys. It's crazy. They strike home and each meteor like dumps out 9 of them. They're just like, take all the supers. Take all the supers. Yeah, I guess I'll take some silicon. Oh, that's normal silicon. Sure, some magnanimous. Let's go. No iron. No more iron. Oh my god. Whee. Okay. So now we've got a bunch of power. I need to, like I said, we're going to stack up another thing on top of us to give us our height. Which is where we'll put in our drug lab. I only partially joking. It's the bio lab, but still. We'll shove our drug lab in there. I need to make more spreaders. 13.8 energy. We have plenty. We have plenty. Okay. So 4 bottles of water. Okay. Put up all the silicons. Put everything but 2 magnesium. I need to get rid of this dolomite. Lerma seeds. Boom. This will help super boost our oxygen more. How many drugs will you be making? We'll be making explosives. We want the explosive powder because if we can get enough chips, we'll get the tier 3 leggings. So say we have the tier 2, which is 30% bonus speed. The tier 3, I believe, is 45. This is new, by the way. We didn't have vehicles, and we originally didn't have vehicles, so this is new. Yeah, I'll craft some super alloys here soon. First, let's get these in place. 2 aluminum. Alumni. I need more aluminums. Okay. Good. Good. Cheese is good. There is a way to auto sort stuff. We'll eventually get like entire drone networks and things like that going. It's slowly going up. Yeah, it's pretty tricksy. We have plenty for it. Let's make a couple super alloys. Okay, I need iridiums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have not. Okay, and 3 aluminums. I need more alumni. I need to start harvesting a shit ton of alumni. Wait. Okay. Two rocket engines. A little bit of topic, but did you see the Bungie lobotomites complain that Destiny 2 is getting its last update? They actually have Stockholm Syndrome. The game has been asked for most of its life cycle. I agree with that. I've never enjoyed Destiny 2. Again, it was too movie game heavy, right? It's the problem with a lot of live servicey style games is that they get very what's the way to put it? There's a lot of time wasting. Intentionally or otherwise, right? There's just lots of it. And it's because they don't want you getting through the content too quickly, because those live service games that are all about big flash and everything like that, their whole content system is like constantly pumping out new content, because their audiences have attention fucking ADHD, and if it's not new, it's so boring. Whereas other games that take the slower route are often a lot better, and they often see growth instead. Oh, speaking of growth, Grim Dawn 2 is being worked on. I can't wait to see what they do with it. And also, the Grim Dawn expansion here in 3 days at 10 a.m. Right as we start the stream, I'm buying it. And we will go into to working on like a character build and all that stuff. Yep, Grim Dawn 2 is coming. I'm excited. Grim Dawn, I like it a lot. It's not the greatest story ever told or anything like that, but it's one of the better ARPG stories. They are very, very like user-friendly and player-focused. In fact, part of the ending for Grim Dawn, this is the last expansion, right? And this was only because of, what was it that happened? I think it was Diablo 4, like, was very poorly received, very mixed. So they got a ton of new players that suddenly bought Grim Dawn because they wanted to play a proper ARPG. And so the devs at Grim Dawn were like, hey, we're working currently on Grim Dawn 2 and some other projects that are like an RTS that's in the Grim Dawn universe. Should we capitalize on the fact that we just got like another 2 million in sales? Should we maybe capitalize on this and make another expansion? And they're like, you know what? By God, let's do it. That's where Fangs of Astrakarn comes in. And they're like, you know what? We don't know if it's possible. We're going to do shape-shifting. We want werewolves in. And then they put were-ravens in, and there's a third secret transformation. The developers revealed this yesterday on a podcast, specifically for Grim Dawn, that there is in fact a third secret transformation. We don't know. They didn't hint what it was. They just said there's a third secret one. They have werewolf, they have were-raven, and there's a third secret one. They said, now, how long is it going to remain a secret? They know the Grim Dawn player base. There are certain players that are, like, fanatical about, like, uncovering secrets. Because there are secrets everywhere in Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn has a ton of, like, hidden quests and areas and secret boss encounters and things like that. All over the place. So, they will see. They'll see how long it remains secret for. They're not wagering that it's going to be long. they're not counting on it being a long time. So, what they did say, though, was that, like, obviously, we can't do Grim Dawn forever. So, as part of this expansion, the sunsetting of them working on Grim Dawn, they are releasing the tools for the community to basically make whatever they want. They also said, like, they asked them, hey, if you sell 20 million copies of just the expansion and everything, will you come back for another one? And the developers said no. And the reason why is not because they don't want to. The problem is the Grim Dawn engine. The Grim Dawn engine is being pushed near its limits on size and scope. And so it's one of those things where, like, we're running into engine limitations. And if we actually made yet another expansion, there would literally be no room for players to mod in their own settings anymore, ever again. Right? We're at the upper tier of limits. And they said another problem would be if we did another expansion, we'd kind of want to put in another, like, class, but then it wouldn't just be one more class. You'd have to make 10 more classes because of all of the like interactions. Like, an occultist and a berserker is something different. A shaman and a berserker is different. A soldier and a berserker is different. Like, they all are technically different classes. So it's not just you're putting in the one class. No, you're putting in the one mastery that's going to then branch off into a particular class because of your secondary mastery choice. They also originally were planning to do shifting between the various forms, and then they changed that to instead be permanents. Like, when you become a werewolf, you can be a werewolf forever. When you become a were-raven, you can be a were-raven forever. They changed it to that system instead. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they did give some hints on some of the interactions, right? Like, if you pick were-raven, and you pick occultist, or, is it occultist? Yeah, if you pick were-raven and occultist, or werewolf and occultist, there are some interactions there, some special interactions. There's all kinds of stuff like that all throughout, too. But, so if you're a werewolf and occultist and you pick the hellhounds change into wolves instead. So instead of being a hellhound, it is a wolf, and it changes their capabilities. If you are a were-raven and you pick the raven familiars, they will actually scale based off of player stats instead of, or they can, you need a special set item, but they can scale based off of player stats instead of pet stats from then on. They have all kinds of interactions like that all throughout. Like, there's tons of them. You can change from, like, your werewolf can be a normal like bleed build leech werewolf, you can get special item sets that makes them into a lightning wolf, into a freezing wolf, into a fire wolf. Like, you can do the same thing with the Raven. The Raven can go into, like, lightnings and storms, bleeds. Like, there's all kinds of, like, cool little things they did. And as they said, there is a secret third transformation. That's all they did. That's the only hint we got, was that there is one, it exists. That's it. No hints on, like, how to start going about it or anything like that, other than the obvious, like, you need to be a berserker, right? But there's no hints on how to unlock it. There's no hints where to look, what part of the game world it's in. Nothing. There's a third secret transformation. That's all they said. Okay. I feel like I want to explore more. The one thing they said was there's not really, like, werewolf doesn't particularly have, like, pet benefits in its system. Like, you can obviously do pets. If you want to do a pet build, you can do a pet build. They're not going to stop you. But there's not, like, a hard... The werewolf has these, like, things that buff pets or stuff like that. No, because this is the sunset, right? This is the sunset. And the thing that they got asked on the stream, like, how many developers are working at your studio, right? How many developers do you have? Like, originally, Grim Dawn had 4 people working on it. That eventually got moved to 8 people. For, like, 1.0 release, they had 8 people working at the studio to make Grim Dawn. And then, now for Fangs of Astrakarn, they have the largest team they've ever worked with, 12. 12 people. Largest team they've ever worked with. They said now at the company as a whole, they have like 30 people at the entire company. But those people are working on the RTS. Those people are starting to work on the, like, engine for Grim Dawn 2. Like, you know, they're there at the company, but they're not working on Grim Dawn. Yeah, so 12 people is the largest amount of staff they've had working on it. Well, they need to be careful. 12 people is a whole ass army. I know, right? So, and one of the things that they said on the podcast are like, we need to completely change this whole thing of like, actually no, not on the podcast. I think it was what was his name? Asmongold did a video, did one of his videos recently. Legendary Drops. Legendary Drops was like, we need to dramatically shift. I think it was Legendary Drops or it was Asmon on the Legendary Drops video he was watching. It's like, we need to shift the talking point from a studio of only a small studio managed to deliver this. Instead, shift the entire conversation to be like, why did a studio of this size fail? Like, how could you possibly fail? And then change the narrative. No longer be like, oh, it's impressive that what they did with 12. It's like, yeah, it is. But instead, why couldn't you do the same with 400? That is what the narrative should be changed to. They can do it with 12. Why can't you do it with 400? Super alloy, I'll take it. Oh, another 400. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't have the tier 2 deconstructor. There's secrets in there. Damn it. we take the water bottles? There we go. This is very tricksy, it's a very tricksy spot, apparently. Yeah. Exactly, the shit that doesn't matter. But it's that whole thing of like, yeah, look at what Grim Dawn did with 12 people. And that's not saying like it should honestly be, look what Grim Dawn did with 8 people. Why can Blizzard not do that with 400? Why can Activision not do that with 400? Why can none of these studios do that with 400? That should be the conversation we're actually having. Be like, why are you so incompetent? Why are you so pathetic? Why are you the CD Projekt Red? And a lot of people are like, wait, but CD Projekt Red makes good games. They don't make them efficiently and in a logical way. That's the big problem that happened with Cyberpunk 2077. Again, it was a warning of what happened with Witcher 3. Witcher 3, a lot of the developers on Witcher 3 came out and said, like, it's 500 people using spoons to dig a trench that 5 people with a shovel could do faster. Like, we're brute forcing it with numbers instead of logically breaking things down. So there's a lot of waste. It's that whole mentality of, like, if I just add more people, it gets done faster. It's like, that's not always true. There is that limit, right? There is that cutoff where more people is not, in fact, a help. They are a hindrance. Welcome to the uranium fields. Oh god, that doesn't even get into the whole, like, the retard mentality. Yeah, if I smash this dam open, I can get my water bottles filled faster. It's like, boy, you'll get a lifetime supply of water very quickly, yes. Oh boy. Okay. So. Alright. So, 6 supers, 2 titaniums. 6. 2 ditties. 2 ditties. Wait, see how much bag space we have now. Tier 5 backpack. Look upon my space in despair. I've got space for days. I've got room for everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, now, I can manufacture supers. Difficult and annoying to do, but we can do it. Or get those in there to start getting those. Oh god, yeah. If you go too deep on, like, expeditions, right? When you get it to, like, when you're super deep, especially when you start uncovering the... Do I want to spoil it a little? I'll spoil it a little bit. When you start uncovering, like, alien ruins and stuff like that. And so you're going deep. You're going deep and gathering all the, like, power cells and, like, the crazy alien tech you can get and trying to repower the ruins and stuff like that. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen. And you realize that you've been in here just stuffing your inventory full, and you open it up and you're just like, oh my god. Where did all the space go? Where is all me space? Okay, I need to make another rocket engine, which we should be able to do because we got iridium rods now, right? And I have one rocket engine already. Yep. Super alloy. Rod. What else do we need? 2 uraniums. Okay, and then I saw we need fabric. Anyway. Did I accidentally put them back, or did I not grab them in the first place? Okay, what else do we need? Uranium, iron, silicon. I picked up iridium instead, did I? I did! Boop, boop. That's funny. Oh! You don't gain oxygen inside this. Okay, got it. Ow! Ow! Fuck, that hurt. Ow! Excuse me. I'm gonna need the air add-on for sure. 100%. Alright. Ouch. Okay, I need 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, I guess. You know what? Well, I'll just use the fucking super alloys in here. Okay. And then 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need only 2. My bad. Boom! Hey there, what do you know? We got our drug lab floor ready to go. Okay. So, 2 osmiums, 2 more super alloys, and an aluminum. I don't know. I can rip apart that for the osmium to make our lab. That's just giving us a bunch of dolomite too. So maybe I should make the shredder. Hold on. I need explosive powder to make the shredder. And osmium. So maybe we won't make the shredder. Oh, I do have 2 osmium here. Okay. So just the supers and the aluminums. 1 thing of aluminum, right? Alumni. And then our osmiums. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, is the drug lab automatically its own thing? Hold on a second. That's even better. If it's its own space, hell yeah. Get out of the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Alright, there we go. That way. No, no, there we go. No, no. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Stop fighting. There we go. Yeah! Woo! 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 Okay. Yeah, explosive powders now. We can manufacture. How close are we to that? I guess I need to move you. And let's move you here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So what's our big thing we need? Yeah, again, that doesn't do much for us, but I mean, make that 20? How cheap are flower pots? Oh, no, we need fertilizer. That's not cheap at all. Ew. Ew, never mind. Yeah, that's why. That's not cheap at all. Fuck that noise. Alright, let's go get my water. Okay. Now then, think what I need to do. Because now we're in the tricksy spot of like getting everything, you know, situated. That'll help us boost up oxygen faster and give us more biodiversity in plants and stuff. That will be great for, like, once, because we have a bunch of the 400%ers now, which is, it's crazy to get that many of them that fast. That's the tree one, but we need to do insects, so we need our beehives. It's gonna take way too long to get to that. That's good to hear. Okay, let's start building some more heat, shall we? These release heat as well. Pressure. Aluminum. Aluminum's a problem for me right now. Yeah, if it was bauxite, that'd be one thing, but now we have a problem with aluminum. This, I think I should just get rid of. This is not doing anything worse. Yep. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Always good to see you here, by the way, Reginald. Missed having you around. Boop, 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 boop. New. It's aluminum. I don't care. I don't care what the Brit Bangs say. It's aluminum. Not aluminium. Bunch of weirdos. What tier do I have? Do I have tier 4 already? I do. Okay. Nice. Well, again, it would be good to have you. So let's work on the heat, itself. We definitely need heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Rough, but we need it. That's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Oh, see ya. 2 silicons, 2 titaniums, 2 aluminums. Yeah, heat's going up way faster now. Good. Good. So we're halfway to getting this, the tier 2 nuclear. I wish it didn't need aluminums. That's the problem. I wish it didn't need aluminums. I'm so hungry. I should go get some pizza. There's a lot of odd, obscure. You got in right as YouTube refreshed. So hold on. See if I can get. Nope, the stream doesn't want it. YouTube refreshed right as you spoke, Rapar. A lot of odd, obscure manga I like Seism, The Love and Creed of Sei Maki. Shy transfer girl makes friends with the school darling who's an insane controlling lesbian. Yep. So someone's just like, no! I don't want to hear what he has to say. Thank you very much. Man, do you see the big disparity in it, right? This is 13 oxygen a second. This is 108 oxygen a second. It's pretty massive boost. The only shame of it is the aluminum cost and the lermas, which I don't think we have another lerma seed. Yeah. So we do need to take one of those down so we can build our one tree dome, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's gonna take us quite a while. But once we get the water and everything in the atmosphere, that'll be better. These are the tricksy spots when you're here trying to get to the next tier, you know? When you're getting the ice melts and everything going. It's just like, man. oxygenating an entire world. Woofda. Stairs? Oh my god, that's new. It is funny it takes so long to get to stairs. Ugh. It's like, oh my god, stairs! Woohoo! Yippee! I can have an internal staircase eventually. Oh, I know what we need to do. I need to stop being silly, and I need to rebuild our platform. Oh my god. Dude, that was hours ago. Okay. Oh, again. Like, back in with, like, EGM and everything like that, Electronic Gaming Monthly, you had where the game journalists would have multiple, like, this is this guy, and he does these things. This is this guy, he does these things. They had their own specialties and areas of expertise. And that's what made them so good, was because you had people like, hey, I know this guy, I can trust this guy. Those guys were ousted for the ideological captured retards we have now. The people that are pushing the whole woke agenda nonsense. The people that push the, like, the genuine, insane, detrimental to all functions of society and morality. This just fucking horror show we have now. But back in the day, you had that where you had multiple people like Pinky Baby and everything who what they were big and what they were interested in. So you knew a guy who was big into RPGs. What did he have to say about RPGs? You wouldn't ask the guy who hates RPGs. They would put their likes and dislikes up front. He's like, I love RPGs, hate RTSs. So he would be the last person you would ask for his opinion on RTSs. He's not a fan of them. He doesn't enjoy them. He doesn't look into them. It's not what he's after. These are aspects that he does not care about. There was a time when PC Gamer was a solid reviewer. Now they write defense articles. Only biggest dislike Assassin's Creed Shadows kind of shit. Exactly. That's how you know, again, they're just all ideologues. They have no concept, like, of intelligence or critique within their own bodies. It's all what pushes the narrative and what is the games industry, who's also ideologically captured, what do they want us to push? That's why Pal World is so important, right? That's why Pal World is so important, because they had everything against them from the industry. The other companies were attacking them. You had Nintendo, infamously known for being a vile piece of shit, attacking them. You had reviewers and journalists that were going after them all the time because the industry told them to do so. And there's slavery in this. You know what I mean? All mentally retarded dipshits. And what happened with Pal World? It is the most played game on Steam by a mile. It is one of the most successful games ever created. And it only just came out in 1.0 release. It has proven that who really matters are the customers, the gamers themselves. The critics have no power. The industry has no power. We get to determine what we want. Hugely vital for that role alone. Yeah. And it's like, man. No, it didn't. It didn't, though. That was the whole thing of, like, that is what they wanted people to believe. That it was an asset swap shitpost. And it wasn't. Especially, it got more hilarious when Nintendo threw a big stink. Nintendo, the ones who infamously stole most of their designs from Dragon Quest to begin with. So, it's funny that they would make a big stink. But then, they made sure they didn't go after Pal World based off the designs. Which is what all the raving lunatic Pokemon fans wanted. And I know that sounds collectivist, but that's legitimately all. All Pokemon fans are kind of raving lunatics. Like, if you purchase Game Freak games, you deserve to be made fun of. And so they couldn't do that off of that, because then Power World could immediately turn around and be like, you just stole those designs from Dragon Quest. You really want to go down this fight? We'll go down this fight. You don't have any creativity in your body. And then Nintendo started like trying to rewrite patents they had, because they're like, oh well, we had the idea, we just didn't patent it beforehand, but we're patenting it now that we want to use it in a lawsuit against another company who's making us look bad. Yeah, again, everything against them. The critics, the shill media, and G-Man Lives is one of the most infamous, like, shills out there. Dude, the amount of sucking off he did for Fallout 76 is wild. Like, there's a reason that his nickname was Shillman Lives, not like he is like the poster child of what an unthinking critic who is bought and paid for looks like. What's funny is they then showed that Pokemon tried to copy Game Freak, Game Freak tried to copy Pal World with the new like Pokemon, whatever it is, where you're running around as your Pokemon are fighting, but they don't understand what actually Pal World is doing. So it looks like and plays like an asset flip of Pal World, which is so wonderfully ironic. Because it is. They are creatively bankrupt. They have no concept of what actually people want. No. Not at all. That's not why... 3, 4, 5, 6... Okay, we only need 2. That's not why it was do it to spite Nintendo. Not at all. People kept telling Nintendo what they wanted. Nintendo didn't want to serve them what they wanted because Nintendo didn't have to. Nintendo was the only game in town. They could do whatever the fuck they want. So, customers were hungry. They were looking for something else. It has nothing to do with spite. If you're not being served food at the restaurant, you're gonna leave the restaurant. Like, you can only have, this is the only restaurant in town, carry you for so long. Dull lobotomite. Once you lose that to any other restaurant opening up to give customers what they want, you lose that customer base that wanted what's being served at the new restaurant. It doesn't have to do anything with spite. Like, now, because Nintendo are being such petty assholes, sure, you'll have some people that'll go over for spite reasons alone. But that's only now. Now that Nintendo picked this fight, and decided to be a bunch of raving fucking assholes about it. And then got embarrassed. Oh my god. People are like, but Pal World had to give Nintendo money. Do you understand? Pal World paid Nintendo $30,000. Do you understand how much of an insult that actually is? Nintendo probably spent $30,000 fucking dollars on the first day of drafting in their legal department. Do you know, like, only getting $30,000 out of a company that is running circles around you and making you look bad? That is literally like getting your nose shoved into it, shoved into shit, and being told, haha, dumbass. Like, oh my god. Yeah, spite is short-lived and can't survive. Like, you can only go for spite for so long. Imagine playing Project Zomboid for years, not because you enjoy it, but because you hate 7 Days to Die. Yep, 100%. God, Project Zomboid. I'm so bad at Project Zomboid, though. That is a game I want to like, but I am so bad at it. So I've just given up. I've just given up on it. I'm just like, nah. It's a game that's nice, but I'll just listen to the story. Same thing with like EVE Online. Like the game itself, not enjoyable to me. And so I'll just listen to the stories, the recounting tales of betrayal and espionage, and you know, the great comeuppance of multiple different corporations. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of UI resolution option, that's another thing. Grim Dawn. When Grim Dawn was first made, 1080p was the cutting edge of like super resolution, right? 1080p was the thing. Now there are people with 8K monitors. Not a bunch, but there are people with 8K monitors. Grim Dawn was unplayable at 8K. Because the interface was so tiny. Oh my god. So they're like, now part of the 1.3 update, which everybody that owns Grim Dawn gets the 1.3 update, is UI scaling. They have proper UI scaling built into the engine now, so that people with super high resolution monitors and ultra wide stuff like that can actually play. And like, those are things you don't think about at the time because, again, nobody had 8K fucking monitors and shit like that. Nobody was rocking the ultra-wides. It just wasn't a thing. Oh, dude, they should already be in. They said the 1.3 patch is before the expansion. And the 1.3 patch also changed, like, you have the new UI system as well, which has the orbs, like in Path of Exile and Diablo and stuff like that. And that was put in because of, that was put in because the art director says he likes orbs. He really likes orbs. But you can change, there is a toggle in the options to go back to the classic Grim Dawn bars instead. And I'm going to use the bars. But the art director liked the orbs because of readability. Which, to be fair, yeah, the orbs are very readable. Like, you don't need to glance down at them. You can see much easier on your periphery if your health is low, right? Or if your mana is low. Okay. I need to make my rockets. We need to start building rockets and setting them up into space. That's the way we're going to get through this funk we're in right now. We're in a lull in the system of being able to do anything, and the way to get through that lull is we need to build a fuck ton of rockets and start setting them up into orbit. Most of our battle brothers are in space. Space! Oh, yeah, I don't want to go... I don't have to run too far to do my rockets. So, yeah. So now we need to start building our rocketry. Let's see. Pressure multiplier, heat multiplier. GPS would be nice. But let's do our heat multiplier first. Rocket engine, 2 supers, 3 cobalts. Boxes! Dawn of War in general was magical, the first Dawn of War. They think they could challenge us with their metal boxes! 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 Blech. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And 1, 2. Oh no, 1, 2. Shit. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Those metal boxes. 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 Maybe I shouldn't have wasted on this. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god. Rude. I don't remember what else we need. Oh, we're ready. All right, chat. We're launching our first rocket into space. Into space! Look at it go! And then we're immediately going to be attacked by asteroids. Because part of it is that it's magnetically pulling a shit ton of asteroids to us. Look. The sky is darkening. What's happening? Oh my god! Here they come! Ah! Welcome to the Bone Zone! Where are you going? Ah! You hit right next to the base! I'll go for that one. Oh, another one hit there. That's 2 of them hit there. Can I get up to that? I can't even get up to that. That's 3 that hit there. Alright, 2 that hit near the base. Yeah, now the pressure is going off the charts, by the way. Because we just, with that rocket up in the sky, it's now, like, super boosting our pressure. Oh my god, uranium for days. I'm gonna have to start manufacturing a shit ton of rods. let's see. I need to get back inside before I suffocate. And drink some water. I might be able to get up through there and climb across. That on a rod immediately. Throw it inside. Okay. Ditties. Alumni. I need to get some aluminum. I am desperate on aluminum right now. Magnanimous. Irony 2. Climb this hill here and see if I can get up to that because so many of them hit right there. Looks like one hit lower. I want to go up top first. Warpstone meteors, good yes. Drill pick. Oh, no. Oh, no. I made it. You can't stop me. I'm coming. I'm doing some sketchy shit. Derp. All the rocks are in the way. Derp. Whee! Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, I'm in hell! Oh no, I'm in hell! Oh god, I got out. Oh. Right. Maybe we should go a little less sketchy. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Whew! Fruit up! Yeah, I was playing with fire there big time. That was the sketchiest climbing I've ever done. Oh, bauxite. I can get me some titanium. Alright. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should bring this over here. Maybe we'll get a bunch of bauxite. That drill platform, I mean. It's not doing as much good where it's at now. This is giving us dolomite, and I don't need more kobolds. I've got way too many kobolds. Our tanks are made with bauxite. They hide behind their metal boxes. Brr. Beep. Boxes. Okay. Go. Go. And this disaster area. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go put it over here. Hopefully, it'll say bauxite or something, so I can get aluminum out of it. Yes! Bauxite! Perfect. Perfect. I need to start watching some riff tracks. I really do. Please don't come to life. Okay, I won't. Aluminums. Aluminums. Ah, aluminums. Having a sale right now? Maybe. I'll see. Money's a little tight. We'll, because remember, I already have the thing playing, and I still gotta feed myself on weekends. We have work. Granted, not a lot of money for it, but still. Muns. Magnum 2. Silicon 2. You can see we're getting right at the... Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to change this to Magnum. Alumni. We got that thing cooking up bauxite. Or drilling up bauxite. To be more accurate. Show. See, our heat jumped quite rapidly. Yes. Oh my god. We're getting there, baby. So I need to start manufacturing the next one. Where was the thing that had all of the one stuff? Super alloy, silicon, iridium. I guess did that automatically go in? zeolites. I have no idea where zeolites are. Where do we put a pair of thingies? Is it me? No. Do I have a favorite sport? Not. What? Sorry, my brain currently short-circuited. Hold on. I've currently stuffed an entire rover in my pocket. Excuse me, hold on, please. There's not really a sport I really, really like, right? On the left side of the rover, okay. You're kidding me, I can't put it back inside? Aha! 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 Bastard bitch. That's what I think about that. Horns, of course, the ultimate sport. That will be William Lowell. William Lowell again. He becomes the Wolverine god of war. But like I said, he is all aspects of war. He is not just some arbitrary, oh, you just mean like fighting, right? No. Martial prowess is a part of war. That's not the entirety of the scope and depth of what war actually is. I explained it with Calbeck the other day. We were just shooting the shit and everything. I was just talking about, like, the concept of justice. Why the god of justice on Averil was the thing. Why he was a piece of shit. Like, how he could physically justify his behaviors. Because as a god, he was supposed to follow his tenets, and he was. The problem is that he comes from his whole, like, power and authority and everything came from the concept of, like, what is justice to one person isn't justice to another person, right? What is justice to one king is different from what another king says. What a good king says is justice is this. What a bad king says is justice is this. So he was very loosey-goosey. There's not really a sport, like, there's not a sport I'm like, I would watch it, or anything like that. There's not a sport of, like, I really want to play it, or anything. Not really. There's just nothing. Like, I guess, for play, it'd be, like, marksmanship and stuff. Like, I would love shooting competitions. And I think we should bring those back into our schools and stuff. I really do. I think we should absolutely bring back the excellence we had with marksmanship and everything. Because do you notice what weirdly happened? Get out of here. When we started, this is after the Democrats, of course, got defeated in the only successful armed rebellion. Suddenly, they had to get, like, training of firearms and knowledge of firearms out of everyone as much as they possibly could. It's part of their whole agenda of, like, de-arming the population. They've always tried to disarm people as much as possible. Because it's what stops them from just declaring their dictatorship, which is what they tried to do at the end of World War II. They just got rid of all the pretense of it. So, like, once that started happening, once the Battle of Athens happened, they suddenly started, like, trying to get rid of marksmanship in schools and systems, right? They started getting rid of, like, the idea of teaching children about firearms. We had the most firearms we've ever had in this country compared to people at the end of World War II, and we were the safest country on earth. Like, easily. It wasn't even a contest. And then they started stripping those away. They started stripping away those protections and saying, well, why won't you think of the children? It's like, an armed society is a polite society. An armed society is a safe society. An armed society prevents shitheads like you from taking power. Yeah. All right. Well, no, don't worry, Rockpart. I think I'm going to wrap it up there for now. We've got our first rocket in orbit. I need to get a lot more iridium so that we can get more rockets up in orbit, because it does dramatically speed along our, like, heat process, for example, right? Like, our heat generation has gone wild. We need to actually get our stuff, like, we need to actually get our stuff into, more stuff into orbit, so that we can get our pressure generation going up there, so we can get the better drill platforms and all that stuff, right? And especially the nuclear reactor. We need the nuclear reactor upgrades, 100%. Akko, I don't know. I don't know beyond the tangential connection. Wolfie, I talk with Wolfie sometimes. We hang out sometimes. Not much lately. I don't know who a British Potato is at all. Okay. Yeah, so the next rocket we're building is a pressure rocket. Let me look up what it is, and then we'll take off. Yeah. 3 silicons. Okay. A rocket engine, 3 silicons, 2 super alloys. Ow! Okay, so there is actually, like, consequences. Falling damage is a thing. Owie zowie. I did not know that. I was being very cavalier. Oops. Nope, 6. We have 6. Yeah, there goes the kneecaps. 100%. Ouch. So I need to find iridium. A good source of iridium. I need a... keep up with the bauxite, so we have our good source of aluminum. Eventually, our big mining platforms will be able to pick, like, resources they're actually digging up. So that'll be nice. I need an iridium rod. That way we can make our rocket engine. Alright. Save. Chat, thank you very much for being here. It is greatly appreciated. We'll continue our misadventures on Planet Crafting tomorrow. Wednesday, we're probably not going to do Writing Wednesday unless I get a lot of writing done. Because, I don't know, there's so much stuff I've had to rewrite and take notes on for these sections that it's been very, very slow. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to make any promises for Writing Wednesday. Yeah. And remember, Saturday, for Saturday Showtime, we're going to be watching Badea. We're going backwards in the movie universe we're in. We want to see Badea. I want to see the origins of our werewolfie. So, yeah. In the meantime, chat, hope you take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye bye for now, everyone. Yeah.